what's up? Welcome back to another video. So I hope you guys are enjoying the interview series that I'm making, and I would really appreciate if you subscribe and like the video and also share this video among people who really need this video. So today in this video, I have brought one of my best friends, Soumyak. He has recently cracked CTS with flying colors. So let's welcome him to this channel. Hi, Soumyak.
Hello Soumyak, thank you for inviting me into your channel so that I can discuss my interview experience with the subscribers and the viewers, so that they can learn from it and they can crack as many job offers as they can.
Thank you, Soumyak. So you have cracked CTS. How do you feel? It's one of the
2020 was not a good year, so because the job market was very worse, so it feels very much very much proud to crack 2 job offers. I have also cracked another company, TCS, so it feels very much uplifting to crack 2 job offers, and my parents, teachers and friends are also happy.
Yes, we are really happy. Not only one, he has cracked 2 job offers, but he has decided he's going to be joining Cognizant. So we will be discussing about the Cognizant part because he is going to be working there. So we will understand the entire process, how everything works and what are the steps needed. If you also are planning to get into Cognizant, so what are the steps that you need to do in order to get into such companies? One of the biggest American companies is Cognizant. So Soumyak, I would like you to ask one thing. I believe you're from computer science. You have done your B.Tech in computer science. You're doing your B.Tech in computer science?
Yes. Actually, I'm in my final year.
Yes.
I am currently in my 8th semester.
Okay. So one question, why computer science? Why not any other streams?
So actually, I am from an ICSE background. So in class 8 only we are introduced into Java. So from that class only I have developed, I like the building logics and implementing those in code. So it gives it's quite so I like puzzles, and as we know that codings are a bit puzzle solving related things. So I like to do those, and also I like to play games. So.
Right. So if you guys are also have a dream, just pursue it. Like he's doing it right now. If it's okay, if you can share your current average CGPA that you have got in your college.
Yes. Actually, taking consideration of the 6th semester, I guess it is around 9.13.
9.13. That's quite high, Soumyak.
Thank you.
So now let's talk about Cognizant. So was this on campus or off campus that you have applied?
Cognizant interview was an on campus recruitment process.
Okay.
Means the college placement team contacted with the corporates and shared the students' details with them.
Okay. So let's talk about the first procedure. So what was the first step? Like, do you need to fill any sort of form or something like that? Was there any criteria?
No. It was an on-campus placement. So the placement team of our college shared the details with the companies.
Okay.
So the companies only sent a mail to our email address.
Okay.
Regarding the aptitude test.
Okay.
So Cognizant has 3 procedures, three steps. First is they will take the aptitude test. There are aptitude tests and code debugging tests. If you score well enough, you will be shortlisted for the interview. Interview has 2 parts. There is the technical interview and there is the HR interview.
Okay. So one question. So any student with any CGPA can sit for this examination, this screening test, right?
Yeah, I think they have a criteria above 6.5 or 7 something. I don't remember the lowest CGPA or which candidate can apply. But yeah, any marks from any background can apply.
Okay, so let's say a lower point to be 6.5. So you have to have more than 6.5, just a normal case.
Yeah.
Right. So now you have completed your screening test. So what were the main parts in the screening test? As you said, math was there and coding.
Okay. Actually, in the aptitude part, there was the aptitude was of a 10th standard and was a mixture of 10th standard and 12th standard. 12th standard it had a probability, and in 10th standard it had profit loss, speed time distance. They were of medium difficulty. Means if you practice well enough, you can crack them easily. And in the code debugging test, it was of 20 minutes. I feel that it is quite tough if you don't practice, because the questions were of 7, and if you can do 3, you will be shortlisted. You will be shortlisted. Yeah, you have to score well in the two sections.
Okay, so now coming back to the question. So how did you prepare? You have obviously cleared the screening test. So what was your preparation strategy?
Yeah, actually, you have to prepare. Means 1 hour per day you give to your aptitude in doing aptitudes.
Okay.
Well, actually, if you give 1 hour to aptitude, you will score well. You will not find it difficult in this exams. And regarding the coding, I suggest that you practice on HackerRank.
Okay.
HackerRank 1 to 2 questions daily. So it will not be difficult.
Okay. And for
the basics need to be clear.
Okay, the basics needs to be clear. So do you have any sort of websites for practicing the aptitude and the maths part?
Maths part, there is a site called Freshers World. CampusGate. From these two websites only you can get the questions from the companies.
Okay,
they have previous placement papers.
Okay, so summarizing, if a student is trying to clear the screening test of Cognizant, so they need to practice the math part, and they need to be good at it. Basics should be cleared, and also same with the coding. And for the aptitude part, the people can visit websites like Fresher World, CampusGate. It's enough. And for the coding part, they can go to websites like HackerRank, and they can practice 2 to 3 problems. Gigs for Gigs.
They can also learn from Gigs for Gigs.
Okay, from Gigs for Gigs, they can practice, and that's how. If a student is preparing in that direction, they can easily clear the screening part, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's come to the interview part. So how was your interview scheduled? Now, as we all know, it's a COVID situation, so I hope it was done. It was an
online one.
Yeah. So how was the entire procedure?
Yeah, the screening test was held on 16 to 17.
Okay.
And after that, I got scheduled for the interview process on 19th November.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I could not give the interview on 19th November because I was having some hardware issues.
Okay.
So it was rescheduled on 21st November. So the interviewer was very polite on 19th November. I told him that I was having issues. So he told that no problem.
I'm going to interrupt you a bit. I have a question. So after you got confirmed, how did you know that you got confirmed that you are selected for the interview? Any list was given, something like that?
Yes. Actually, in our Facebook recruitment group, a list was shared. Okay. That the following students will be shortlisted for interviews. Okay. And I also received a mail that I have been selected for interview.
Okay, so did they also send you a mail, the link with which you have to join for the interview?
Yes.
And what was the platform?
It was on the MCAT platform itself.
Okay.
They sent me they told me that I have been selected, and they also sent me the link to join the interview. Okay.
So any time slots were given, like in this part?
Yeah. I remember. Yeah. The time slots were given. First day it was around 12 to 1 p.m. Okay. And unfortunately, as I told that I could not give on that day. So on 21st November, it was rescheduled. I guess it was 1:30 to 2 p.m. I guess.
Okay. Great. So now let's come to the fact that when you were able to give the interview, so what were the questions that were asked to you?
Yeah. So the interview started. The interviewer asked the first question, the first basic question, tell me about yourself.
Okay.
So I told him that I am a computer science student from University of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. I told my family background. I told my educational background. Then I told him about my subjects of interest and what projects have I done. As a tip I will give to my juniors is that they should tell the subjects of interest and the projects they have done, because the interview will carry forward in that direction only. So it is very much I will advise them that they should say that beforehand.
Okay, so they should mention the points which will let
Yes.
the interviewer to go in that direction, so that you have the
In that direction.
in your control.
Yeah.
Great tip. You guys should follow it.
Yeah. You should mention the strong subjects only. Means you should not mention any weak subjects, because if the interviewer asks that question and if you are unable, then then the chances of being selected is highly affected.
Right.
I would say. Yeah.
So what was the next step?
Yeah.
After you introduced yourself, what was the next question?
Yeah. Actually, I mentioned 3 subjects in my subjects of interest.
Okay.
I mentioned OOPS, I mentioned data structure algorithms, and I mentioned DBMS. So he started the question with what is OOPS? What are the 4 pillars of OOPS?
Okay.
He told me to describe abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism with real life examples. Okay. Then he asked me what is class?
Okay.
Examples of class. What is an object? Then he asked me what is as I mentioned C and Java in my programming languages. He asked me what is a constructor, what is the uses of a constructor. Then as far as I remember,
in order to excel in an interview like in CTS, so you have to know the basics of OOPS, the object-oriented approach, the basics of Java or the language you have written in your CV. So you have to know the basic part very well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what was the next part?
Then he gave me 4 aptitude questions of the increasing difficulty level.
Okay.
I was able to solve 3 of them. Unfortunately, I couldn't solve the last one because I made a silly mistake. So he told me, okay, that's not an issue. Then he asked me what is cloud computing, and I was able to. And then he asked me about my project.
Okay.
What project have I done? What technologies have I used? Why have I done this project? What is my role in it? So this was my technical interview so far.
Okay.
Then
so,
as such,
1 minute. So in your technical interview, they're asking about your projects, some topics from outside like cloud computing, the general IT department topics. They're also giving you aptitude to
only
solve.
Only the general.
And they're also giving you aptitude questions to solve. None of them. And they're asking the basics of the object-oriented approach, the basics of a class, and basics of every programming object-oriented approach, and the basics of coding questions. Okay, got it. So what was the next part?
So the next this was so far my technical interview.
Okay.
So the HR so as such there was no HR questions. One question he asked is that if I am ready for relocation. I said yes sir, I am ready for relocation. Then he asked me will my family be okay with it? I said yes sir. I have told them beforehand that I may be relocated to some other parts of the country. So
great answer.
Then he asked.
Great answer.
Then he asked me what is my family background, what does my father do, what does my brother do. Then he asked me if I have some questions or not.
Okay.
I asked him what are the norms and rules that is to be followed by a CTS employee. If I am selected, what are the rules and norms to be followed by a CTS employee in this pandemic situation?
Right.
Yes, he told me that if you join it, the management team will let you know.
Okay.
In the
later course.
One tip I will give to my juniors is that they should ask a question.
Yes.
Means what role they will be doing, what technology they will be working at, so that the interviewer gets an impression that you are quite interested in the job.
Right. So if the interviewer is asking you that, are you okay with relocation? Are you okay with doing night shifts? Never say no. You have to say yes, otherwise you won't get it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And asking,
it will create a negative impact.
And always, as Soumyak suggested, always ask questions about the company that makes the interviewer know that you are very much interested in the company, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will suggest that for the HR questions, you have to research about the company.
Okay.
Where are its headquarters? Who is the current CEO?
Okay.
Who are its founders? What technologies it works on?
Okay.
Then HR questions will be very easy for you.
Okay. So this was your interview, right?
Yeah.
So what was the time span for this entire interview?
I think 30 to 40 minutes.
30 to 40 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about that. Any general tips that you want to give to the juniors and the candidates who are watching this video and also preparing for Cognizant?
Yeah. Don't take extra pressure, because it will only create frustration and you will not be able to answer the known answers properly. Next thing, I would say that be honest. If you don't know the answer, just admit that you don't know the answer. The interviewer will carry on with the next question.
Okay.
Be polite. Don't say any negative words or that will create a negative impact on the minds of the interviewer. And next thing is that the basics should be clear, and you will be able to crack these companies very well.
Okay.
And get the maximum number of jobs.
Okay, great. So this was a great experience that Soumyak shared with us of his Cognizant journey. So by the way, if you guys don't know him already, he's an amazing photographer. So I'm going to be linking his Instagram in the description below. You can also text him about if you have any sort of questions. You can just text him. I hope he's free. He can answer some of your questions. Yeah, so this was a video, guys. So I hope you guys learned something out of it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. So see you guys in my next video. Till then, peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much.